because today was a rest day, we thought for something interesting for the video that we would just answer a couple questions that people have had along the way. And if you have any questions that we haven't answered in this video, then just send them through in the comments and we can answer them tomorrow. We'll start with the kilometers, how it's all working. We are aiming to cover the 10 Ironman distances by the 25th of November, and then also using that as the only way to get around the island. So mainly we've been doing cycling as a means of getting between towns, and then running also to get between the towns. Also running has also been a really good way to run within the towns, like today just running through Wanaka around the lake. It's been such a good way to get in kilometers and also sightsee, so that's been great. The swimming obviously is a bit more location dependent. We've done most of that up in the north, well, about half the kilometers done up there, and when we get back up north in a couple of days we'll try and get the rest of the swimming done. And then in Airport Tasman, Nelson, so food has been like a really important part, main part, even maybe even the main part of this whole adventure. It was like such a huge challenge at the beginning, just getting in food properly. Like if you eat too big a meal then it's difficult to run, but if you don't eat enough, I was waking up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and just eating everything that I could find, and especially with eating meat or dairy or things to get enough protein in, and so much of carbs, just all the sweet things. So for breakfast we've now discovered the best thing to do is huge bowl of oats with chia and some muesli and nuts and banana, and then a big bowl of vanilla protein like custard, and mix it all together, followed normally by a few sandwiches, and then the rest of the day just lots and lots of sandwiches, like every kind of sandwich. Fries, the soy product, like meat substitute brand, they're from South Africa. We discovered that they are in New Zealand, which is very exciting, and so we've been eating a lot of like soy burgers, soy sausages, soy strips. That's been quite fun. Basically, in terms of just like how we go day to day, we pretty much there's only been 2 days where we haven't moved to a new city, so it's been quite full on. We normally wake up, we always say that we're going to wake up early, but we normally get quite a late night and only manage to get on the road anywhere between 7 and 12. I normally, if I'm just cycling or starting with cycling, I'll set off maybe 2 or 3 hours ahead of the support team on my bike with some snacks, and while they prepare food for the day and get the van all packed up. So then I meet them 50-60 kilometers into the ride, and then from there on I meet them, and we'll normally change clothes, get food, get my water bottles filled up, and any admin. Sometimes I need to put things on charge because that's been got the Garmin watch and phone and all these different things to record how far I'm going, and then from there on we either meet every 20 k's or 30 k's, or if it's really bad weather or really changeable weather then we make it shorter intervals, just so that if I need to change clothes then that's possible. And so we pretty much do that until the last couple k's of the day. I normally try and run, so then we stop about like 10 or 20 kilometers from the place where we're going in the evening, and I put my bike in the van, get my running stuff on and run, and meet the guys at the house where they've started unpacking stuff already. All through the day we're normally organizing logistics because we're not always sure how far we're going to get that day, so we can't always organize where we're going to stay until like on the day. And then the evening routine is pretty much cook supper if we have energy, or otherwise just eat everything that we can find in the van. And then just do, sometimes it's 2 or 3 hours of just admin, looking at route plans and weather and accommodation and stuff for the next couple of days, catching up with some emails, Nila spends until like 2 a.m. just putting these little videos together, and then wake up the next morning and repeat. Probably the most one of the most unexpected things that we've had to deal with is the impact of doing it 1 day is cool, doing it 2 days is fine, and then 3 days not much sleep. Then it's been really surprising to see how the body has just fatigue has built up, so that now it can often take me so much longer to do a 10k run than it would have on fresh legs, which I wasn't really prepared for, and mentally that's been a challenge to have to get through that. But what's been really, really nice is just having so much support from everybody, just sending nice messages, and how much of a difference that actually makes, just to get a message from someone saying don't worry, you can do it, even if you're doing it slowly, just keep it up. And I've actually started, often if I'm running, I will have my phone with me and just play little voice notes or call my parents or something, and the amount of extra energy that gives, or when people give donations as well with a little encouraging message, and knowing that it's actually making a difference to the bicycles that we're raising are really going to have an impact on people's lives, and that people are really rallying behind that idea and behind what we're doing, just sort of makes the mental bit that much easier. And I think the next week is going to be really tough. We've got 2 days ahead of us with 30 kilometers of running on each day, as well as tomorrow 130 to 140 cycling, and even longer the next day. So it's been really nice to just know that we've got people willing us on, and yeah, thank you to everyone.